Hello, welcome to Craftsuprint TV. Thanks for joining me. My name's Liz Harrison. I've been a designer with Craftsuprint for 3 years now, and I just want to show you one of my favourite sheets that is one that I designed very early on and have added to as the range has gone along. And that is my Christmas snow globe. This is Maisy Daisy, that's my little Scotty dog, and she does tend to feature prominently on most of the Christmas cards and decorations that I make for our household. But just in case you haven't seen a dog or an animal or a snow globe that you like on the site, I've now uploaded the blank sheet as well, so you can add your own. You could even add a photograph of your children in there, perhaps coming down tobogganing, or your children's favourite animals or favourite cartoon characters that you can get stickers for and things like that. Okay, so I've started off a card already. I'm quite into acetate at the moment, and I do like putting my cards onto acetate. I've used silicone glue, and for the ladies that were asking me at the NEC, is silicone glue safe to use with our Crafty Bob computer paper? Then yes, it is. This has been stuck on, there's no bleeding, there's no marks coming through on the paper there, so just a little tip on there. So I've cut it out and stuck it round. Now I do like to add peel-offs, because you do tend to find that cutting out a circle is quite a difficult thing to do freehand and get it absolutely spot on. So I use my tweezers for actually adding the peel-offs, and these are the fine line border peel-offs that have a really good stretch to them and a real good bendability, if that's a word. Okay, now I'm going to start. Now remember, this is photograph paper and it is glossy, so if your peel-off does stick where you don't want it to be, then you may find that it will take some of your colour off. So always be very careful and try and hold your peel off with your other hand as you're going round, so that it doesn't accidentally go across your design. If it does, no worries. Why not just add a bit of glitter or an extra embellishment on top of that. Okay, so that's one on, and I'll just get the second one. Okay, and that's two. These are little round ones, so they join up brilliantly at the edges there, and just take that right round. As I say, if you're cutting out, it's not absolutely brilliant, then peel-offs do hide there's possibly little rough edges that you have. I do tend to like them as well because they do highlight your design. And just round to the bottom there, okay, and just snip and save that bit for later. If anything like me, you never throw anything away. Okay, so we've got a basic card there, and I mean, if you just wanted to post that out as the card as it is, then you can do, but I'm going to decoupage up my little Maisy as well. Now on the sheets I have given you enough really to make more than one card, if that's what you like to do, if you're quite a frugal crafter like me. So I'm going to take the whole Maisy there and pop her on one side, because I'm going to use her on a different project later on. So on this one I'm just going to use the little bit that has the back legs missing there, so that the decoupage comes forward a bit. Okay, now I've already cut her out ready, and I'm just going to shape her. What have I done with my scissors? There they are. I'm just going to shape her a little bit using my Crafty Bob mouse mat, of course, and just shape so that she comes round, just gives you that little bit of curve. Okay, and on previous episodes, as I've said, if you use the larger style foam pads, rather than waiting for silicone glue to dry, then you can actually just make a curve onto your design. I'm just going to add two onto this one because you don't really need many, but as I say, you can see there that it's a nice good rounded shape. I hope you can catch that on the camera there. Okay, so let's just take those off and get that put onto there. Hover over the top before you actually commit to putting your design down, otherwise again with photo paper it's not quite so forgiving. If you're not quite sure, then silicone glue is brilliant because you can move about and you've just got that little bit more flexibility. Okay, so let's get the little head design there, and again I'm just going to give her a little bit of shape and a little bit of shape to her ears. She's actually sat under the table at the moment on my feet, keeping them warm, wondering why I'm talking to myself when there's nobody in the house. But maybe she'll learn something and show me how to do a bit of card making as well. Okay, so I'm just going to add that onto there and pop that again, just hovering over the top so you can see where you're going, just lining it up. And then because it's Christmas, let's add a nice little Santa hat to her. Okay, and again I'm just going to chop one of these foam pads because it is quite a large pad. You can get your smaller pads obviously, but again I do like to get the curve with them. And I don't know if you can see, I've actually curved that there so that it just lifts the design slightly. Okay, and then just position it so that it's in between her ears and just coming down. And there we have a lovely little Maisy card. So that's your basic card with them. But then I got to thinking, well, what about doing something a little bit different? What about using it as a scrapbook album, say, or some Christmas decorations? So the Maisy that I've not used on the card. Okay, so after making the card, I did think, well, what about making some gifts or some Christmas decorations from the snow globe? And with it being a lovely round shape, it does give you that little bit more versatility. So what I've done with this, just to give you some ideas really, just to think you don't have to just make cards using your digital craft sheets, and that's the beauty of crafting using your computer. Get to know your printer and you can do all sorts of different things with it. Okay, so this is a nice little, well, I'm going to turn it into a photograph album or a little brag book. And I've got Maisy on the front there. I shall be decoupaging her up. And then I've just used matte photo paper and printed out some of the blank snow globes so that you end up with a nice little book all joined together that you can send as a present to somebody. What you can do, if you prefer, before you stick your last 2 pages down, is actually put a ribbon there so that it ties together. Or you could actually use this as a table decoration because it will fan out and stand up on its own. So how about having a photograph of everybody that's coming to Christmas dinner on your centre table and showing them a photograph of themselves or a favourite pet or anything else that you want to add to it. So that's just one idea with your snow globes. Now how about if you then actually print out different sizes. Now again, get to know your printer and get to know what you can do with it. So that's your basic sheet printed out. But how about if you wanted to do smaller and make your own gift tags? So this is printed out 2 5x7s, and again what you can do is cut out your snow globes, add a little bit of ribbon, and there you are, you've got your gift tags already made. How about having a dog that your friend has, or adding a photograph of themselves, or again your children's favourite cartoon characters on stickers just added onto your little blank snow globes there. Okay, and then if you go a little bit smaller, again these are putting 4 designs onto your photo paper. Obviously it will depend on your printer and your settings, and you can get them different sizes. Then you can start making things like little Christmas decorations. That one is made purely by taking the double snow globe, then printing out another snow globe and folding them all in half, gluing them together, put your little bit of ribbon in the top, and you get a lovely little decoration. And they're brilliant for the kids to do because they can personalise them, and they're a nice size to go on your tree, or what about a mini tree, or hang them all along in your house. Okay, going on from that then, what about making little decorations that you can add letters to? So if you use your back-to-back decorations, again I've printed out the double snow globes, stick them together and do a row of them. You could add letters onto them and put children's names for the doors, you could put Happy Christmas, you could put Welcome to our house, anything you like, and have those hanging. Okay. And then finally, again, if you're wanting little table settings or little placemats or just little table decorations, how about joining a few together in a star and having those hanging? Or again, they will hang as well. So that's just a few little ideas extra. Always try and think with your digital crafting that it's just not making cards, and try and think of making different size items as well. Okay, thanks for listening, and I hope you can join me again soon.